Hello, I'm Oscar from Emotion Systems, and today we will be looking at the Upmix and Downmix modules in Engine. When we select the Upmix module, we are greeted with a new window with a few different options. At the top here, you can see the first drop-down menu, and this relates to selecting a profile. If you have never configured your own Upmix profile, then you won't have any profiles showing up in this window. We will have to configure our own, and I'll be covering this in a moment. The second drop-down menu relates to where we can start our Upmix. Because I have 8 channels in this MXF, I can choose from 4 different stereo pairs to be the source to generate my 5.1 from, i.e. the stereo pairs in channels 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are also able to detect tone here, and we can either choose to mute that tone or preserve it. The third drop-down window states where we can start our 5.1 mix. And this is pretty self-explanatory, but helpfully the diagram changes as we adjust these settings. For instance, I might want my Upmix to start in channel 3 to allow my stereo file to pass through uninterrupted. Next to this, we also have a button which says Advanced, and this can be used to change the order of our 5.1. Some countries don't use SEMPTI ordering for their 5.1. Considering a lot of countries do this, however, we have set up our 5.1 ordering in the SEMPTI format. However, if you wanted the LFE, for instance, to be in channel 6 of the 5.1, we could adjust this in the new window that has appeared after I've selected Advanced. As you can see in the diagram, I've now swapped the channels 4 and 6. I'm going to revert this, however, and stick to the normal SEMPTI ordering. We will now click the Configure button that I mentioned earlier, and upon opening, we have a box where we can create a unique profile name. So I'll go ahead and name this Upmix Demo. We have also pre-selected genres we can choose from, so news, sports, movie, pop music and classical music. These predefined genres have settings that we can't tamper with. However, if we were to select the advanced setting, we are able to adjust these settings to a desired range. So I'm going to give a brief explanation of what each setting does. The direct sound control increases or decreases the level of direct sound by plus or minus 6 dB. In most applications, direct sound is only present in the front 3 channels. The front ambient sound control increases or decreases the level of ambient sound in the front left and right channels by plus or minus 6 dB. The rear ambient sound, conversely, increases or decreases the level of ambient sound in the rear left and right surround channels by plus or minus 6 dB. The width control enables the direct sound in the original stereo image to be made wider. The center divergence control takes the center channel and diverges it to front left and right by the amount set on the control. When no divergence is set, all mono material will appear exclusively in the center channel. We call this a hard center. When divergence is set to full, all mono material will be sent to the front left and right channels equally, and the center channel will be muted, and we're going to call this a phantom center. Any other divergence settings will create a mix between the hard and phantom center. Once we have set all the values we want, we can save our settings, and then our Upmix demo profile can now be selected. So this covers the Upmix module. We'll now look at the Downmix module. This is very similar to the Upmix module. We have our profile selection drop-down window. We also have our stereo channel location where we can specify where we would like to send our Downmix stereo. So for instance in channels 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and so on. Again, like the Upmix module, we have our select first channel for the 5.1, and we also have our advanced button which I've already covered. We'll click the configure button for the Downmix, and just like the Upmix module, we have the opportunity to create and name a bespoke profile. I will call this one Downmix Demo Profile. We can also select from a pre-made genre, and we have Matrix, which will become a bit clearer in a moment as to why it's named that, Sports, Entertainment, and again Advanced. We will work our way down these settings, and we will start with the Matrix on or off mode. These options allow you to select between the standard left only and right only downmix, which is abbreviated as LO-RO, or a Matrix, which is abbreviated as LT-RT. So the Matrix is encoded downmix compatible with the sound field Upmix in Matrix made and third-party decoders such as Dolby Pro Logic 2 and the DTS Neo. The LO-RO downmix uses both the front and rear channels and a portion of the center channel to create LO, and the equivalent right channels and center to create the RO. The LT-RT downmix uses the same sets of channels but does various phase adjustments to create matrix surround compatible signals. LFE on or off. So when on, the LFE will be included in the downmix, and when off, it will not be included in the downmix. And if you select off, the LFE downmix level control will be grayed out. The center gain level control sets the downmix level for the center channel with a range of 0 to -6 dB. The LS-RS gain level controls the set of downmix level for the surround left and right channels with a range of 0 to -6 dB, and this will be the direct level when ambience mode is enabled. When you've finished editing your settings, you can enter a name for your downmix profile and click Save Settings. Your newly created profile is then accessible from the Select Downmix Profile drop-down in the main editor page. There is also another feature on the downmix window. Right at the top, we have the sound field 5.1 to stereo downmix, but we also have select stereo to mono. As expected, we can select the location we would like to do our stereo to mono conversion, but also if we would like to copy the mono channels to create a dual mono channel. So this covers all the upmix and downmix settings in these two modules. I hope this has been useful, and if you would like to try out the upmix and downmix settings in Engine, please feel free to follow the link to an eval version of Engine here. I've also added my email at the bottom of the screen now, so if you have any questions about these two modules, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.